All right, welcome everybody. We're just getting started here with our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. I'm Vishon Borich. If you haven't been on these before, I'll be your host, and the name of my company is called Team Tough, and we are tough, unstoppable, fearless, and free. And that's our goal, is to help you, when you watch these, to become better business people, better in your life. I want you to really live the life of your dreams. I mean, that's my goal every day when I get up, is to learn how to live a better life, be a better mom to my two sons, and to grow my business, because I do something that a lot of people don't. I have a business in which I can literally step downstairs here into my office, work from home, and spread my passions to the world. And so I hope that that's why you're here, because today I'm going to be teaching you something that really is the lifeblood of any business, and that is 5 proven ways to generate leads. So if you have a business, or you are planning on building an online business, even an offline business for that matter, you have to have leads. And leads, if you're not familiar with what a lead is, it's a way for you to capture a person's contact information. Okay, this would be a potential prospect, somebody that might be a customer in the future. And so you need a way to capture specifically their email address if you're an online business. If you're an offline business, and you probably want more than just their email, you might want their phone number, you may even want their address if you send out direct mail. But these are important things, because most people will not buy from you on the first time that they meet you. Okay, they take a little bit of warming up period in order for them to become a strong lead. And that's why it's so important to capture that on a daily basis, so that you constantly have people in your pipeline that you can be sending emails to, reaching out to, offering promotions, selling things to them, giving them good value. Because without that, you don't have a business. You're pretty much dead in the water if you don't have those things lined up. So today is kind of a continuation of another training that I did. I wrote it down here. I did a training on July 27, 2015 on the ultimate lead magnet strategies to generate more subscribers and sales. Well, today is going to go a little bit deeper on that, because I'm going to actually show you some of the tools that I use to actually build my leads, my lead magnets, if you must. If you haven't heard the term lead magnet, a lead magnet is an irresistible bribe, for lack of a better word, that offers a specific chunk of value to a prospect, somebody that might want to buy something from you, in exchange for their contact information. And that's really what I want to teach you how to do, because without knowledge on how to do that, where to create such a thing, you really don't have anything. Because if you don't have leads, then you don't have a business. And that should be your #1 priority when your feet hit the ground in the morning, is, okay, how am I going to get leads today? How am I going to get more leads? Your next priority is, okay, how am I going to warm those leads up? And your third priority is, how do I sell those that are already warm? And we're not going to go into detail on that part of it. We're just going to focus on the first part, which is how to actually get those leads. So I hope you're ready. I'm going to flip my screen around and start showing you some cool things that have really helped me in my business. So give me a second as I get things ready here. All right. And if I lose you, I will hop right back on. Sometimes we have internet struggles, but we will come on if I do. All right. I think we're pretty good here. Let me flip this around. All right, first I'm going to write down some notes here for you, so that you can, hopefully you've got a notepad next to you and you are taking notes, because it's so important for you to write things down. Somebody told me once that if you write things down, you have an 80% retention rate. In other words, you remember it better. Whereas if you just listen, you only have about a 20% retention. So it's always worth taking notes, especially if it's something that you need to learn in order to take your business to the next level. All right, so we're going to be giving you examples today of 5 proven methods or proven leads that you can use in your business in order to, lead magnets that you can use in your business in order to start attracting more traffic. Okay, so the first thing that you have to have is a capture page. Okay, and a capture page is where you're going to get these leads. A capture page has to have a couple things. Number one, your capture page has to have an irresistible offer. I can spell irresistible. I don't think I'm spelling it right. It's not even going to autocorrect. Irresistible offer. And then it also has to have an area for them to enter in. Your email address or contact information. Okay. The third thing that it has to have is it needs to have some kind of an auto redirect. So once they enter in their email address, it's got to automatically take them to another page. So an auto direct to the offer or other information. And I say other information because sometimes the offer that you're sending them may be coming to them via email instead of on the next page. So whatever it is that what your irresistible offer is, you need to make good on that. You don't want to tell them you're going to give them this incredible book, and then on the next page, you don't even tell them that you don't even give them the book or tell them where they're getting it. So that you want to have what I call congruency, and whatever you do, you should be congruent. And when you say that you're going to offer something, then on the other end, you should offer that, or at least tell them where it's going to be coming to them, like via their email. Okay, so those are the things you have to have. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of capture pages that I have. So let me come over here. No, that's not the one I wanted. Here it is. So this is an ebook that I've offered for a while now. And this one is my own personal story. And it's called Never Tell a Samurai to Surrender. I'm a martial artist. And so this is kind of my story as to how I built my business around my passion of martial arts and how you can do it too. So on this page, it kind of gives them some information about the book and what they'll learn. And then when they come over here, and they click download now, see it opens up this pop-up window where they have to enter in their name and email and download. Okay, once they click on that, it will take them to an actual PDF, a copy of the book that they can download, and they also will receive a link to that in their email. It sends an email automatically. So a lot of people are like, wow, that's so cool. How did you create that? Well, honestly, I didn't even need a technical assistant or team in order to create that. There's some great software tools out there that you can use, and I'm going to show you where you can find those. So give me a second here. If you go to, you probably see it on your screen, but I don't see it on mine. So let me show you what it looks like. On the left-hand side, you'll see that I have a link. Let me close my pop-up there. I have a link for tools. So when you click on tools, there are two softwares that I use on a regular basis in order to build my lead capture pages. One is this one here called ClickFunnels. I probably use that one more than anything. And the other one is Lead Pages. The one that I did that book for, let me go back to that, I created this page in Lead Pages. So if you click on these links, I believe you get a discount because I'm an affiliate for those. And when you buy the product, you actually can automatically become an affiliate. So you can resell it and give people a little bit of a discount for buying it through you. So anyhow, when you purchase this, it walks you through step by step on how you can create your own capture pages, which is a heck of a lot easier than trying to do it all yourself. I am a firm believer in using systems and tools that other people have created in order to run my business. Because if you spend all your time trying to build your own tools, you're never going to really get off the ground. It's the person who implements things the fastest who has the most success in any industry, even if it's not all the way baked. They used to say, if you don't have all of the pieces together and it's not perfect, that it's half baked. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying. Well, I'm a believer that sometimes, actually most of the time, it's better to get it out the door half-baked than to wait and wait and wait and wait until everything is just perfect before you actually launch something. So you can always tweak and improve it as you go along, but the first one who gets something done and finished, even if it's not perfect, is going to have the most success. Okay, so those are the two recommendations I have: is ClickFunnels and lead pages for your capture. You can create capture pages with GetResponse, which is an email marketing system, but it's a little bit more cumbersome. I have done some. In fact, if you signed up for this particular Hangout, I did use a GetResponse capture page in order to attract you and get your email. However, I'll tell you, it took me twice as long to build that simple form in GetResponse than it did to build some of my more fancier forms in lead pages and ClickFunnels. Okay, so today I'm not going to go really deep on how to build out your first capture page, because I really just want to focus on some good lead magnets. So you can be building these lead magnets right now, and then next week, after Thanksgiving, for those of you that are in the States, this week is Thanksgiving week. After that, we're going to have for our Monday, that'll be on December 1st, I believe it is. It's November 30th will be our next one. I will be walking you through how to actually build a capture page using ClickFunnels and using lead pages. So you'll have that all set to go. Okay, so let's press on. So that was one example. So let me go back to my notes here. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I heard a few people logging in, and I will check that in a minute. All right, so first thing you had to have is a capture page. So now let's talk about 5 lead magnets and how you can build those out. Okay, so one of the easiest ones, in my opinion, is video. Video, it really is a great thing to give away. If you can shoot a short training video, such as a how-to or a step-by-step, and I'll just put that here, how-tos, step-by-step, documentary, or even a top 5, like maybe you have top 5 tools that you use to build out a capture page. Something simple like that can really help somebody that's interested in you and your business. So the question is, okay, that's great, Vishon. How do I build a training video? Or how do I even do a video? So the easiest way to do it, in my opinion, is to use Screencast-O-Matic. So I'm going to show you that tool. You can go there. I thought I had this one up, but I didn't. And it's just screencast-o-matic.com. In fact, I'll even copy it on the notes while that's loading. Okay, screencast-o-matic.com. Hopefully you guys can see these notes pretty well. I can make them a little bit bigger for you. Let me do that for you. There. All right, so we already talked about the first part. We're talking about our 5 lead magnets. So now we're talking about Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic is really neat because it allows you to record your screen. So all you do is you come in, and it is free. If you want the free version, it only will allow you to record about 15 minutes. Most tutorials only take about that long anyway. But if you want a more extensive tutorial, then buy the paid version of Screencast-O-Matic, which is not much. I think it's only like $20, and that's a one-time fee to own a copy of or licensed version of Screencast-O-Matic. So all you do is you come in here, you click Start Recording, and it's going to give you a dotted line box similar to this. And I don't think it'll allow me to move it around, but all you do is you drag these corners to the edges of your screen as to what part of your screen you want to record. Then once you've got that in place, you click the Start Recording button, and actually it looks just like this down here, if you can see that. Make this a little bigger. So it looks just like this little recording button down here, and all you do is you click on that, and it'll give you a 3, 2, 1, and then you just start speaking. It helps if you have a good mic on your computer. If you don't, then I recommend you use like the mic that came with your smartphone. Plug that into your computer, and go ahead and put the earbuds in, and then speak into that mic, and that'll give you much clearer sound. And then just record yourself teaching. If you mess up, you can actually pause the video halfway through or anytime when you're recording, and recompose yourself, and then hit play and continue. If you really mess up, you can always just scrap the whole thing and start again. But I love Screencast-O-Matic. I've done a lot of tutorials this way for my team, and it's just an excellent way to actually show your screen and walk people through it. The other thing that it does, and I want to be clear, I'm not a salesperson for Screencast-O-Matic. I just like it, and I only want to share tools with you that work well for me. Okay, so the other thing that it does is it allows you to record your head at the same time you're recording your screen. So you can do a webcam, or you can do both. This little box pops up when you first click start recording. And if you want, I think it's more professional actually to click on both. And then what'll happen is you'll have a little box on your screen that has you. So you have to have a webcam in the case of showing yourself. And then that way they can see you while you're doing the training. And it's just a little more professional. However, don't let that stump you. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I get so flustered when I can see myself talking when I'm hosting a training. If that's your case, then don't do it where you've got your little face there. Just go ahead and just record your screen, and then you're done. When you're done, you can choose to save the recording right to your hard drive on your computer, which I recommend, by the way. And then from there, you can upload it to Facebook, you can upload it to YouTube, or whatever place that you need to, so that other people can get to it. So one of the things that I would do if I recorded a video is I would create a capture page that has a screenshot of that video. And if you're not familiar with doing screenshots, there's some great tools out there. The one I use, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's down here somewhere. I don't even know what it's called anymore. I've had it for so long. I don't even think it shows down in my toolbox. If I remember it, I'll put it in the chat window. But there's a lot of tools out there that will allow you to take a quick screenshot of whatever it is you've got up. And a little trick that I do is I actually will record or take a screenshot of my recording and put that on the intro page. Let me see if I've got one like that. I have a capture page that does that. I think it's Freedom Team Tough. Let me see if that's it. I have so many links. It's hilarious. Sometimes I forget, but I do have a spreadsheet. And this is another little bonus tip I'll give you. Keep a spreadsheet of all of your links to your different capture pages and what you have on them, so that if you get stuck and you're sending something out, you can quickly look at your spreadsheet and get reconnected with what you're trying to send out. So this is an example of, this is a very old capture page. This is like one I made before I even changed my logo over to my little tough woman, Rosie the Riveter. But you can see here, I took a screenshot of the video that I'm going to share with them. And then I give them a little information about it, and then they click here to take them to the video. When they click on that, of course, they have to enter in their name and email, and then it takes them to the video. But I've had a lot more success with this one compared to some of the others, simply because it has a screen capture of what they're going to get. And a lot of people, they're more trusting if they see ahead of time what they're going to get, rather than just jumping them over to another page. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. All right, so the other way that you can record a video, if you don't want to use Screencast-O-Matic, is just using your phone. So I'm going to flip my screen back around. All right, there you can see me again. So I happen to use an iPhone, and you can have, Android, whatever it is that you prefer. It doesn't matter, as long as it has video capabilities. One thing that I will tell you, if you're going to record yourself as a training or tutorial for somebody, I would recommend, number one, you get a tripod, or at least balance this. If you don't have something that's going to hold this up, at least balance this so that you're not holding it. Because I know when I first started creating video, you hold it up and you're kind of shaking it a little bit, even though you don't realize you are, and it makes for not very high quality video. So get something to put it up, and also don't shoot your video like this, because it's going to make a not very good version of your video. Video should be shot with your camera or your phone held this way, okay? And then also make sure that you're looking at the eyeball of your camera. So that would be the main lens. So if you're recording it with the face, this part facing you, you should be looking, if you have an iPhone, you should be looking right there, because that's the eyeball of your camera. Because if you're looking like over here or somewhere else, it makes it look like you're not making eye contact with the person that you're sharing this information with, and that doesn't look very professional, and it's kind of it makes the other person who's watching your video feel a little weird, because they're like, why aren't they looking at me? Okay, so make sure you do that. So you may have to practice a little bit. And if you got it flipped this way, of course, there's the eyeball. So make sure that you're looking at that. The other thing, make sure you don't cover up the mic that's on the bottom of your phone. It's really important you have good sound quality anytime you're recording video. One of the challenges that I see a lot is somebody will have their phone outside, and they'll have this end facing the wind. Like if there's wind, if it's a windy day, you don't want this end directed at the wind, because then it makes it almost impossible to hear what you're saying. So if you know the wind is coming from this direction, then maybe you need to reposition yourself so that this is, facing the other way, downwind, and you have much clearer audio. Even better would be to use your, I don't know if I've got some here. I used to have my headphones here. Okay, there. Yeah, use your headphones, and this is the mic for the iPhone. And you don't even have to have it in your ear in order to do it. I've probably showed some of you guys this before, but what I do is I actually drape it down my shirt, okay? And you can use like a paper clip or an alligator clip to clip it to you, and then obviously plug the other end into your phone. But this way you're getting better sound quality when you're recording on your camera or on your phone. So this is a really nice way to do it if you don't have a professional mic or something like that, okay? All right, so video. So what do you do after you've shot your video? Well, after you've shot it, you need to upload it to YouTube. That's the easiest way. Of course, there are other websites that you can use in order to, to get everything out there. Wistia is another one. It's a paid service. YouTube is free. Wistia, you actually pay for it, but then you don't have to worry about your videos ever being taken down, okay? So make sure that, if you are recording, that you upload. So how do you upload to YouTube? So we're going to show you that here next, because some of you may be brand new and you don't understand, how do you get it up there? Where do you put it, and then how do you link back to it and everything else? So I'm just going to show you really quickly, where you do this and how you can get it set up. All right, so give me a second here as I go to I'm going to flip everything around again. I may have gotten froze up here. Hopefully we haven't lost you. I don't know if I've lost you guys or not. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a delay. There we go. All right, I'm going to go switch it back around to full screen. Okay. All right, so hopefully you can see my screen right now. I am logged into YouTube. And when you come into YouTube, you will have to create your own account. When you create your account, it's really simple. You have to fill out some information. Make sure that you fill out as much as you can. YouTube likes it when you have a really filled out profile, when you actually have a photo of yourself and things like that. YouTube enjoys that. So make sure you take the time to fill out your YouTube channel with your profile information, so that you already have some good YouTube juice as far as them wanting to point people to your videos. All right, so all I do is I usually just plug my phone right into my computer, with the USB cable, and that's the easiest way to upload. The reason I do it that way rather than trying to upload it straight over the internet via my phone is that a lot of times, at least with my cell phone provider, it'll stop halfway, and then I won't get my video fully loaded. Whereas I've had a lot more success in using my Wi-Fi system here in my home office in order to upload those videos to YouTube. So what I'll do is I'll plug my phone in, and then I'll let that video download to my hard drive of my computer, and then I come right here in YouTube and I click on upload. Okay, when you get into YouTube, for those of you that have not done this before, simply click this arrow right here, and when you click that, it's going to ask you to search for your video. And here's another little tip if you're taking notes. When you upload your video to your hard drive on your computer, and this is even before you upload it to YouTube, name your video the title of whatever it is you're speaking of. And what that'll do is when you upload it, it'll automatically retain that title. And it also does something for YouTube Juice as far as SEO and everything else, is if the title matches what you're talking about and it matches the name of the video, it gives you a little better SEO. Okay? So here's something that a lot of people don't know, is that you have the capability when you upload a video to make it public, unlisted, private, or scheduled. So you can upload it, I'll just go from the bottom up. You can upload it as scheduled and it'll be uploaded, but it actually won't show to the public until a set date. That's kind of nice if you're doing what I call batch processing, where you're uploading a whole bunch of videos all at once, but you don't want them all to display all at once because it would look kind of amateur for you to have 15 videos all at once. You could upload it and then have each one scheduled for a specific day. Okay? All right, private. Private means that nobody can actually see your video unless you've given them admin access to your YouTube account. So private videos, in my opinion, are videos that you only want for your eyes only. I almost never use that one. I think I maybe had one that was kind of a test that I chose to do private just to make sure that it worked. But I wouldn't use that one at all. I don't really know any other reason you would need to. This one I use though, unlisted. This is what you want to select if you have a video that you don't want people to just find on YouTube by themselves. In other words, if you're doing a training video and you want to capture their email first, then I would upload your video as unlisted. And what that means is that the only way someone can view your video is if they have a direct link to it. And so it kind of keeps your video hidden from the rest of the world. So that's my preferred method, especially if I'm using it as a lead capture video. All right. And then the third one, or the last one, fourth one I should say, is public. And that one's pretty much self-explanatory, but for those of you who don't get it, public means that once you post it, anyone can find it. Okay. It doesn't mean they will find it, but it's out there, it's public, it's searchable, and you can easily look for it and see it if they subscribe to your channel, for example. Okay, so after you upload it, and I'm just going to go back one here. It takes a little while depending on how fast your internet connection is, but here is one of the videos that I uploaded. What 3 things you need to have a successful online business. If you haven't watched this one's kind of a good preview for what I'm going to be talking about over the next events, or the next Down and Dirty. So once you've uploaded it, you'll see I named my video this long title, okay? And so it actually popped in there. You want to make sure that your description has some good content in here as well, okay? And the other thing that you're going to want, especially if you're going to use this as your lead magnet, you need this address right here. Depending on, like, if you're going to use your blog, for those of you that are on my team and you have the Kalatu blog, if you don't have it, click on the button below that says Join Team Tough, and you can actually get this blogging software that I use and my team uses for $7. So it's like a trial for $7. And then after 2 weeks, you can choose to keep it for $25 a month, or you can, obviously you can cancel at any time. So with the Kalatu blog, all you need is this link. You can copy and paste that right into a blog. You can make that blog post kind of a private post. In other words, it doesn't show up to your regular blog visitors. But then when you create your capture page, you can link right to that page that's hidden in your blog, and it'll have your training video right on that page. Okay, I hope I didn't lose you guys. But for those of you that have Kalatu, you really have it easy. You don't have to even know any coding. You don't have to do any embedding or anything like that. You just copy that, paste it onto a blog post, and then make your blog post kind of a private post so that it doesn't show up in your regular blog feed. And then just save the link to it so that you can direct people to that after they've entered in their username, their name and email address for your capture page. Okay. So that's how you do that. Otherwise, if you have your own website, what you can do is you come down here and you'll need a different link. You'll need the share link, which is right down here, and then you'll come down into there and look for the embed link. So you click on embed, and then right here it gives you a bunch of code that you'll actually have to paste onto your web page. And if you're using lead pages or ClickFunnels, which we spoke of earlier, you will need to copy that into lead pages. And they actually have a video preview page so that after somebody enters in their email and name, if you ask for that, it will take them to another page within lead pages where they can see your video. So hopefully I haven't lost any of you. I'm trying to really keep it as simple as possible and just show you some ways that I capture leads. And I'll tell you that, a lot of the videos that I shoot, they get a lot of visitors. This one's brand new, so it doesn't have a lot. But I did one, I'll go back to my channel here. And some of you might have even been on this training, but I did one on how to shoot video. And within the 30 minutes, I had, I don't know how many, yeah, here it is, how to create amazing videos without professional equipment. Oops, my screen's going all over. Yeah, I had over 100 views, and now I've got 421 views. Hold on, I've got to turn this off. I've got things going. Anyhow, yeah, I have over 421 views, and it's only 2 months old. So to me, that's really good. And this is just a video that I created, a how-to video. And it's a great lead magnet for me. So keep that in mind. If you've already shot a bunch of videos and you see that some of your videos are getting a lot of views, then you might want to turn that into an actual lead capture video. So again, ask for their email before you show that video. And before I did that, I would go in here and you can change a public video to private, like this PowerPoint banner hack that I came up with. If you click on this, and let's say I wanted to change this so that it's not a public video anymore. Let me turn that off. All you got to do is come in here, click on the pencil, and when you get to the pencil, right here, you'll see there's an area where it says public. I can go in here and make it unlisted. So then I just have to remember the link up here, and I can direct people to that after they've given me their email address. So pretty cool trick. All right, so let me go back to our notes. I've gone really deep on video because to me, videos are one of the easiest ways to start getting lead captures. A lot of people want to see a video, especially if it solves a problem that they have. That's that irresistible offer, solving a problem. So we've got 2 resources for uploading video. These are completely free resources so that you can create your own how-to or step-by-step or top 5 solution video, even resources, information to help those that you'd like to attract into your business. All right, so we're going to go to number 2. Number 2, these are all 5 great lead magnets that work really well. Number 2 is eBook. Okay, I'm going to give some space here. Okay, so an ebook does not have to be anything fancy. Okay, it literally can be 2 or 3 pages. So your ebook, here are some ideas for great ebooks. Your story. So sharing your story or a manifesto of how you created your own business. That's always something that people are interested in. Something else that you can do is, again, a how-to. You know, if you know how to create something, how to build something, or maybe you've figured out something that most people don't know how to do, whatever your passion is, you could create a how-to book around that passion that just gives them some basic tips on how they can do it too. All right, another one that's a good one is, let's see. Well, resource, like a resource. Maybe you've collected a bunch of links or tools, you know, that really work well. Links, tools, web addresses, or I'm sorry, websites. Links are web addresses. Websites. You know, maybe you have some kind of a solution that you put together, step-by-step solution. These would all make great ebooks, and they don't take you very long to write. For those of you that aren't writers, here's another tip, and I know I've shared this on many Hangouts because I use it almost every day, and that's Fiverr. Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com is an excellent place for you to go in and purchase somebody for $5 to do something for you. So they can create logos, they can do graphic design, they can even record videos. They have actors and actresses that will record a specific video. You just give them a script. So I mean, it's amazing what's out there. You could go out and you could give them like an outline, find somebody that's like a writer, give them an outline, or even one of the easiest ways to write a book is to get a recorder, like on your phone. You can record yourself telling your story or sharing a how-to information, and then send that recording to somebody on Fiverr, and they will transcribe that for you and turn it into a book. On Fiverr, they even have people that'll create ebook covers. In fact, let's go to Fiverr right now, because I think that this is a good resource for you in order to create your lead magnets. So if you go to Fiverr.com, so this whole, I hope you guys are getting value out of this. The whole purpose of today's Down and Dirty is to really give you some tutorials, some good information so that you can take it and run with it and start creating your lead magnets so you can get more leads every day. So here's what I do. I come into Fiverr, and let's say you're looking for book cover. You can even search for it here, book cover. Okay, so here's what I always recommend. When you do a search for something that you want, come down here and you see where it says recommended, high rating, or new. Always select this one, high rating. Okay, because the other ones, you don't know what you're going to get. With these, you know that people have used them already and they've had success. So then you come in here and you can kind of look at, you know, different books that people have created. And, you know, if you like something they've done, like this one looks kind of cool for me. So you can click on it. Some of them are obviously more than, you know, $5. So you do need to kind of go through it and look. So I kind of like how her design style. So if you like something, and if you like this, I have not used this person actually, but if you do like this person, it's Okamoto, Mota. I don't even know how to say this person's name, but you can come in here and you can purchase it. So back cover, spine, and ready to print files, so that you can see all the things you get. I always recommend too, before you use somebody in Fiverr, that you contact them. You'll see a little contact button here. Go ahead, click on that. You know, ask them their turnaround time and how soon, you know, as far as how soon they can get it to you. That's what that means. And then, you know, ask them if they can give you some more examples. Like if you look at this and maybe they don't have a big portfolio, you might ask for a few more examples before they design your book cover for you. All right, I hope this is really helping you out so far. All right, so we talked about ebooks. So the next one that's a good lead magnet are cheat sheets. At least that's what I call them, okay? So what is a cheat sheet? Okay, a cheat sheet, it can be a checklist. Okay, it could be a mind map. If you're not familiar with those, it's just kind of an outline as to how you can solve a problem. It could have instructions on how to build something, how to fix something, how to solve something, or it could just be a quick guide. Maybe it's a 2 or 3 page guide on how to, how to find something. All right. So these are all ideas. I'll show you an example of a cheat sheet and where you can create those. And this kind of goes along with the ebook. So I know I kind of skipped over that, but I'm going to show you where you can create it. If you don't use Fiverr, what you can do. So let me go back into my web pages. So one of the easiest places to create a cheat sheet, and let me show you what one looks like first. No, that's not it. I've got so many things open, it's hilarious. Oh, it's right down here. Okay, so I created a cheat sheet on finding your tribe, and all it is a series of questions that you answer, and it helps you to develop your elevator pitch and figure out who your tribe is and your target market. And it's really short. I mean, it's literally 2 pages, okay? And I had a lot of people give me their email address because of this. And so all I did was say, hey, if you'd like my free, my free cheat cheat sheet on how to find your tribe and develop your own personal elevator speech, click here, enter your email address, and you'll instantly receive a PDF of my cheat sheet. And I got a lot of people that were interested, and it was really great. And then after that, obviously, they're on your email list. So I would email them another copy of it just in case they lost the download link. And then I also would email them a letter that says, hey, how did it go with filling out your cheat sheet? If you need help or you'd like to have a personal consultation with me to help you out, email me and let's schedule one. And so I had that personal relationship start to build with that prospect, so that they would become a warm prospect and a potential sale. So this is a great way to start growing your business. Now, I told you I was going to tell you how do you create this. Some of you are like, wow, that looks really pretty. How did you do that? I don't think it really is that pretty, but how you do it is Google. Google offers something called Google Docs. And they also offer something called Google Drive. So what I do, I like Google Drive actually a little bit better. So you just come in here, click on the menu, and then you'll see you can go right to Google Drive. And when you get into Google Drive, you just come over here where it says new, and this is all free, by the way. You just got to type in drive.google.com or docs.google.com. So let's put that in our notes so that you guys have that. Drive.google.com or docs.google.com. Okay, so those are the places that you would create them. And then you'll see if you click on new, you can create a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, which is like an Excel spreadsheet. You can create Google Slides. You can create forms, drawings, maps. You'll see there's all kinds. You can even connect to more apps that you can create. And this is all part of Google. So I wanted to show you an example of something I created. I actually have my own coaching program that I host. It's called the Tough Certified Society. And so one of the things I did was create a group coaching workbook in Google Drive. So let me open that up here. And all you got to do to open them, by the way, once you create them, is just double click. And then it'll open up, and you'll see this is pretty big. It's like 22 pages. So I'm not going to go through all of it, but this is something that I created for all of my students who are in my coaching program so that they can follow along in the coaching program and help them with their breakthrough. So how do you share this? Well, it creates a PDF automatically. So once you created this, and this could be a book. In this case, this coaching workbook literally is a book. I mean, it's pretty deep. It can be as deep as you want, as many pages. But once you're done and you're happy with it, you come up here and you see this little, it looks like a little head with a plus next to it. you click on that, and that's where you get the share link. And so you do need to make sure that it's shareable with others. I think initially by default it's not, it's broken. So you need to make sure link sharing is on, and you just do that by clicking here. And then this is your link. This link right here will take anyone who has that link right to the workbook. Okay, so again, what you would do, and I'm just going to click done here, is once you're done creating it, again, you'll have your capture page where you ask for their email address, and then from there you can take them to a thank you page that says, hey, your ebook or your cheat sheet is on its way. Check your email box in the next 10 minutes. And then in their email, you're going to have an email that's ready, already prepared for them, and it's going to have this link. So it'll have this long link in there. If you wanted to mask this, you probably could. I did another hangout on how to mask or sub-mask these domains. So you would put that in your email, and that way when they get the email, all they got to do is click right in there, and it's going to take them to this page where they can download this entire workbook. Okay, so all they do is click here, and they can download it in a variety of different ways, or open with a variety of different ways. They can print it. They can click here and save it to their desktop. So it's really a slick tool, and it's free. It's one of the resources that Google provides. So you have no excuses now not to create an ebook or a cheat sheet for your list so that you can start growing a list. Okay, so we're not done yet, right? We're only on number 3, and I've got like 10 minutes left, so I've been taking a little too much time, but these last 2 I don't think take as much time. Okay, this one kind of goes along the lines of video, but it's a live webcast. Okay, a webcast is something that you're recording right now, so people can interact with you live. You can even have a chat window or something like that. So I bet you all know of at least one live webcast that you've signed up with. Yeah, you do, because you're watching it right now, right? So the Down and Dirty at 1:30 was, kind of the brainchild that I had in order to start capturing leads, because I really wanted to teach people some things that I'd been learning in the online marketing business. And I thought, while I'm providing this value, why don't I invite people to attend and watch it and get value from it? And potentially they could be, a lead, somebody who doesn't have their own business yet. They might want to join my team and become a member of Team Tough. Or if they already have their own team, they can get value from it, and this might help them. And really, it kills 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So I'm helping those that might be a potential lead. I'm helping those that are on my team and need some assistance with growing their list. And I'm helping those that aren't on my team so that they can become better business people, which is great. I love that part of what I do. So how do I create this thing that you're watching right now? A lot of people are like, wow, that's really cool. I don't know how you do it, but it's really great. Well, it's super, super simple, okay? So remember just a couple things before I show you how to do it. You need to have an invitation sheet. So when you do a live webcast, you need to at least promote it a week in advance so that people know about what you're doing and that they can actually attend it live. They may not always be able to attend it when you have it, so make sure that you have a recording of it that you can send to them within a certain amount of time. But this one's a little more intensive, but people like live webcast more than recorded webcast. I've done some testing on this, and they can tell when it's not live. So when it's live, it makes it more up to date. The information seems more valid and more relevant. So I suggest that you do a live webcast and test it yourself and see how it works. So you have to send out invitations. You also, as far as what do you talk about on the live webcast, it can be tips, tutorials. It could just be inspiration. Okay, there's more you could do. I know that Charlene, if you're out there, she's somebody that's on our team. She does a morning mindset chat that's live, and she does a great job with that. So if you get a chance, look up Charlene Burke, and she can get you an invite to that, or shoot me a message and I'll be happy to get you an invitation. It's a free morning mindset live chat that really gets you in the proper mindset to start your day. So yeah, I would say mindset type stuff as well. Okay, so this is good. And what's cool is when you do a live webcast, you automatically record it so that you can use those webcasts back up here for videos, for how-tos and step-by-steps and top fives. All right, so how do you create the live webcast? The easiest, at least to me, is using Google Hangouts. I really, really like that. Now, there are a lot of other systems out there that are equally as good, but I like Google Hangouts because it keeps all of my videos, because Google owns YouTube. I don't know if you guys knew that. So it keeps all of my Hangouts in my subscription folder for YouTube. So it's kind of my way of staying organized. All right, so let me show you how it works. So I'm going to go over here to YouTube. And if you wanted to host your own live training, all you got to do is log into your YouTube account, click on upload. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to get to it. So I'm going to leave this page because we didn't want to make any changes here. All right, when you get to the upload page, instead of clicking here to upload a video, you're going to click over here where it says live streaming. So all you do is click on get started. Okay, now you can use this one here where it says stream now. I don't like that one as much as the events. So that's the next one. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is. That's on the left-hand side underneath live streaming. Click on events. Okay, so here you can see we're live right now. This is the one that we're on. But if I wanted to create a new live hangout, all I got to do is go here to events, and then right here I'd click new live event. And when I click on that, and hopefully I won't kick you guys out by doing that, you give it a title. Again, try to give it a title that's congruent with whatever you're talking about. And then you can schedule it in the future. You don't have to have it be today and right now. You can actually schedule when it's going to go live. Make sure you include a link here so that they can log in and actually subscribe to other things that you're doing. Okay. Now, what do you do with your Hangout? How do you paste this, position it on your page and everything else? You could do this in the Kalatu blog. You could open up a page, and I'm just going to go to my videos here and I'll show you. Okay. When you, and I don't know if I can show it to you or not because we're live. When you actually are hosting a live Hangout, in the lower right-hand corner of your Hangout, there's an area where you can get the embed link. Okay. You can grab that link, and before you hit start on your Hangout, you want to embed that link onto a web page. So you could put that onto Kalatu. You could put that onto your own web page. However you're hosting your thing, you could even put it into, if you have ClickFunnels or lead pages, there's an area where you could host a live streaming webcast. So you would just post that embed code right in there. I'm not going to go super deep on that, but if you're on my team, I will do a training. I'll do a screencast of how to do that so that you have that. And then you can start doing your own live Hangouts if that's something you want to do. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you. Let me go back to my, I need to go to my dashboard. Hopefully I'm not going to get locked out because I have so many things open. All right, I am going to see if it'll pull up. Oh, here it is. This is one from last week, actually. I'll just open this up. So this is my Hangout. It has an ad that I put on it, but this is my Hangout from last week. So it's already in my system. Right after you record it, it saves it. It saves it into your YouTube. So then you can use the link that's up here and re-embed this as content and use it for other types of lead captures. Okay, so when you're actually creating a live webcast, you really have to pre-plan for this and make sure that you have people signed up ahead of time for your live Hangout. And the best way to do that is have a sign up page, an invitation page for them to enter in their email. And then if you want to host a live Hangout, maybe two different times, you would post that in there that we're going to host it at 2 o'clock and 9 p.m. and have people sign up for that. And ClickFunnels and Lead Pages allows for that. They automatically have templates that have all of those cool things built into it so that you could create your own live webcast and you wouldn't have to have a programmer to set it all up for you. Okay? So hopefully this gets you started with how to create your own Hangout. All right, so let me go to the last one. The last one, number 5, is offer products or services for free. So you don't have to give away your best product, but you want to give away something that's of value. So here's some ideas on things you could give away of value. One would be free coaching. Maybe you really like to talk to people. And if that's you, then maybe you want to start offering coaching. So the way that I do it personally is I offer a 20-minute free coaching session with anybody who needs help. And during that 20 minutes, it gives me an opportunity to get to know them and see how I might be able to help them, and also see if we're a good fit. Because I don't necessarily take on everybody that wants coaching. Number one, I can't. I physically just don't have enough time. But also, I want people that I really want to work with, that are that match with the types of goals and visions that I have. Because if they're somebody that's always negative and always have an excuse for things and aren't going to take action when I give them advice that's going to help them grow their business, then I don't want to work with them. I mean, I'm just being blunt. I mean, that's why they call me the tough mama sometimes. But you have to think about that. You don't want to take on everybody with coaching, because it really can affect you and your business as well. They'll take a lot of time from you. But that's what I do. I offer free coaching, and I send them to a page where they can get coaching. If you haven't seen it on my site, let me just show you really quick. See if I can get it up here. Yeah, if you're looking at my page right now, on the left-hand side, I have a coaching button. So when you click on coaching, it pulls up a page for coaching appointments, and you select your time zone. And then from there, you can do the one-time free 20-minute coaching with me. And my calendar is all up to date, and everything's automated. If you're curious how on earth I did this, shoot me a message, and I'll give you the software. Again, it's just a tool that I found online that's free for me to offer coaching. And I don't even have to do anything. It syncs up with my Google Calendar, so I know exactly what slots I've got open and which ones I don't. So it's a really, really great program. All right, so let me go back to my notes. So free coaching is something you can do. Another thing you can do is you can offer like a gift or giveaway. Okay. One of my favorites that I saw somebody do is they offered a really fun t-shirt. Okay, I know it sounds kind of like trendy. I'm looking for the word here. But it was kind of neat, because it was kind of like a contest, and they said, hey, we're going to be doing such and such with our business, and we'd like you to help market our business. We're going to give free t-shirt to the first 20 people who sign in. And so what's cool is that it had a deadline. People signed in. They had these t-shirts, and it's kind of a slick idea, because they printed out some t-shirts. There's websites out there such as Cafe Press. So I'll write that down. cafepress.com, and then there's another one I've used. It starts with a Z. I don't know, just look up t-shirt companies online. But what's neat about Cafe Press is that you can actually go in, design a t-shirt. They have software, it's free to use, and it only will print the ones that people buy or that you want to give away. So you don't have to like pre-print all these t-shirts that are like extra large, and then the people that win are like a size small. So you could already have this set up. And so when you choose, and you would draw from the people that sign in and give you their leads, then you send them this t-shirt. And the thing is that here they're wearing your t-shirt. Make sure you put your link to your web page or your capture page on the shirt. So when they wear it, they are advertising for you. Did you ever consider that? So it may be less money for some of you to advertise your business by giving away t-shirts that advertise for you, or hats or something like that, than it would be for you to buy a paid ad. All right. I'm just giving you ideas here. So that this is just something you could do in order to attract leads. So it would go both ways. You could attract leads for people that want that product, and then you attract leads for people that type in that email address because they want to learn about your business. Okay, and then finally, you can offer software if you're a software designer, or apps like iPhone or Android apps. Or maybe you are really good with spreadsheets and you've developed some kind of a formula on a spreadsheet that automatically tallies something out for somebody. Maybe you've got some kind of a, I don't know, I can't even think right now, but I've seen some people that know their way around Excel. Like I don't even know how they do it, but they write out programs and it automatically tallies, certain complex codes for that person. So it might be something that you're good at. If that's you, then this might be an option for you to give away as a free product or service. So I'm going to show you really quickly how you can make your own app. Super simple, okay? All right, so we're going to come over here. I know we're over time by about 5 minutes. I'm almost done, but I'm going to come up here. Okay, so I pulled up 2 different app building websites that will allow you to build your own apps without having any programming knowledge at all. You just have to have an idea for an app. And you could create a game, you could create some kind of a tool that, maybe it has a list of something on there, a grocery list or checklist. You could turn that into an app. And all you got to do is, here's the website, and I'll just copy it big so that you can see it in the notes. Okay, so one of them is called, if I can paste it here, appinventor.org. And this is specifically for, let me go back to it. This is for Android devices, but you can literally, at least they claim, you can build an Android app in a matter of hours. Okay, so, pick some time on the weekend if you've got an idea, and you can build an app. Pretty awesome. For those of you that are on iPhone, there's this other one here called appmaker.com, and I'll copy that one for you as well to the notes so you can see it. It's just appmaker. There's no E in maker. It's just makr.com. And on this particular one, it allows you to build for both Android, iPhone, and HTML5, which, if you're not familiar with that, that's like for tablet devices. So you could, enter your title and get started. Now, some of these do have a cost, but what's really cool is that you don't have to hire a programmer. You can automatically go in here and create that. Then you could create a lead page that asks for people's name and address, email, so that they could download your app for free in order for you to capture that lead. All right, so I've probably filled your brain this time with all kinds of ideas and how to get started in capturing leads. I'm going to flip this back around. So just a recap. So make sure you've got a good capture page that has an irresistible offer, and that would be something that they want, okay? Something that your audience might be excited about, that normally you might give away for a cost, but you're going to give it away for free in order to capture their email. There should be an area for them to enter their email address, and then it should automatically direct to the offer or some details about where they're going to get whatever it is they thought they were going to get, right? Then we've got your 5 best lead magnets. Video is the first one. eBooks, cheat sheets, live webcast, and then finally products or services, okay? If you set all these up, make sure that you are promoting yourself. Just because you build it does not necessarily mean they're going to come. So I'm going to flip my screen so you can see me as we sign out here for the day. All right, there you are. So make sure that you are promoting it. Once you've got your capture and you've got your leads, your lead document all set up, you want to make sure that you promote it on social media, put a link to it in your blog, send it out to, people that are on your list that, maybe you already have their email, but you want to give them as a gift, and encourage them to share that. This is another little tip. I created a really neat, offer that I was giving away, And I sent it out to the existing people on my list. And everybody's like, well, why would you do that? You already got their email. Well, I did it so that they would share it with other people that I don't have on my list. And so I gave them a link, but the only way they could get to that information is by entering in their email address. So some of them entered their email address in again, which is good, because then I know that it's a hot lead. Because if they don't enter it in again, that tells me they probably aren't opening my emails. And then I gave them incentive to forward that over to their friends, and then let me know, how many people they sent it to. So I'm trying to get people to interact with me, and in doing so, I'm building that relationship and potentially getting closer to a sale. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you liked what we talked about today, be sure to comment below. Or if you have other ideas or suggestions that have worked well for you and your business, we'd love to hear them. And we will see you next Monday for the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. In the meantime, if you're in the States, have a happy Thanksgiving holiday, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.